Hey, this is the coach. How are you guys doing? It's me, CaniSports, and welcome back. This is the ultimate season finale. In today's episode, we will be talking a lot about the development of the team, and also we'll be going into detail about the individual performances and making decisions for the next season in terms of which positions we want to upgrade, which positions we like to keep the players that we have at the moment, and also about our achievements in this season. You have seen it down here. It is the Golden Boot for Marksman Watkins. He has won the Premier League's top scorer award, which is a massive award. If you liked the performances of Watkins this year, if you are impressed by the fact that he scored over 30 goals in this season, make sure to show it by hitting that like button on this video, guys. Let's see if we can reach over 3,000 likes on this season finale. Now, I want to talk about a few things in today's episode. To start off with, there's a comment right here, and this was a comment that came in by a bunch of people, and I want to address it just to make sure that you guys understand my viewing point of this one as well. Swacic says, I was actually a bit sad when you get into the Champions League. Don't get me wrong, I wish you luck, but it's made the career mode easier and we want a challenge. I don't know how getting into the Champions League makes things easier. I really don't understand how it makes it easier, guys. Obviously, yes, sure, we could be getting a little bit more money, but doesn't mean that we are spending it necessarily, because I'm really liking this team and there's not too much that I want to change. And just because we made it into the Champions League doesn't all of a sudden mean that we're going to win it. I'd be surprised if we can make it through the group stages. So don't be too upset about this. We'll see what happens with Aston Villa in the Champions League, but I am overall extremely satisfied to see that there was a massive amount of progress this season. And you know what? Because some of you guys were saying it's getting too easy, I will be changing the sliders for the future. We were playing on ultimate difficulty with the competitive mode turned on. Let me show you how we use the sliders from now on. So here are the sliders for the AI from now on. Usually, as far as you guys know, I have really struggled against ultimate difficulty with competitive mode on to start off with, because obviously the opponents were skilling and their passing was insane. But now we have gotten a better team. Now we have gotten an understanding of how the team works. Now we know which players to push out the defense, to put in tackles with the likes of Konza, to then push back inside again and make sure that we have a good, strong defensive line. We know all of those things about the team now. We are now used to the squad. Now, in FIFA 20, I had to have shot error on 0 for my opponents to actually be worthy playing against. Now, on FIFA 21, we will have the shot error on 35. It was on 50, obviously, on default. Now we're going to bring it down to 35. Pass error is going to come down to 35 as well. The goalkeeping ability I'm boosting up to a 53. The run frequency I boosted up to a 65 so that my opponents make better runs and more often to try and get in behind and be a nuisance to my defense. And of course, the first touch control will be changed as well to 35. And this way, trust me, it is not going to be easy, and you might just see it with the game against Watford already. We're going to have a hard time in the next season. Just making it into the Champions League doesn't mean anything. No one cares about the teams that have made it into the Champions League. Only the ones that actually achieve something within it are remembered. If you get top 4, this is basically my idea here. I think Arsenal won the FA Cup in the last season and United qualified for Champions League. At the end of the day, when you look back in history, people will say in the season of 2020, Arsenal won the FA Cup. End of story. No one is going to remember United qualifying for Champions League if they don't win it. So it's going to be the same principle for Aston Villa. If we don't get far in the Champions League, if we don't have an outstanding season, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. We are going to struggle in the Champions League, and now with the sliders turned on in a massive way as well, we will have a very hard time. So trust me, this career mode is not getting any easier from this point on. Even though our players are getting better, even though our understanding for the players is getting better, that doesn't mean anything in terms of the difficulty. The difficulty is going up and up as our skill with the team is going up as well. That's how I like to keep my career modes, to keep it challenging. And I do believe the next season is probably going to be harder than this season. Moving on from that comment to a very nice comment right here. Obviously not happy to see what has happened to this guy, but I'm happy that I'm able to provide something for you guys. And it's from Reese, and he says, thank you, Johnny. That's all I can say. With the whole lockdown and COVID thing, I've been diagnosed with depression. You and my girlfriend are the only things that make me happy. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now, I know a lot of people out there during these times especially feel very lonely. So I'm really happy to give you guys something to do throughout the day. I'm happy to take your mind off things for like 20-30 minutes. It means the world to me, man, because even for myself, it's quite hard to live in a world where you just barely can go out. You can't do anything. I'm 28. I'm in the best shape of my life, and I can't go out. And I'm just sat here playing video games and recording them. So it's a tough time, man, but trust me, we're all gonna get through this. We're all gonna get into a better life very, very soon, and hopefully this whole thing will be sorted within half a year. I'm hoping. I just want to go out, man. I really want to go out. One suggestion that I would give all of you guys is get out there on walks. Walking around in nature is massive. If you guys can do that, do it. It's going to be the best thing for your mental health. You don't want to be sat at home the entire day. So it is now time to step into the FA Cup final against Watford. As you can see, in the last few months, we have had incredible performances. We have picked up a lot of clean sheets, and we have picked up a lot of great matches for our team, but we proved that we have improved as a squad. You can just go down memory lane right here, and we can go back into the start of the season, and you will see that at the beginning we were struggling. We were having a hard time. Look at this month, a bunch of losses, some draws in there as well. Then we lost against Liverpool, drew against Spurs, which was a big victory for us. Then we had that big loss against Burnley, 5-1 loss there, lost against Everton, lost against the Manchester United squad. Obviously, we had some great performances throughout the way to make it into the top 4, that is clear, but we also had some massive losses like the one against Manchester City there as well. So we have improved as we went on, and we are gonna carry on that type of performance hopefully in the next season as well, where we keep on improving. As you can see, the manager rating is on an 88, so that's pretty impressive. But here it is now, guys. Can we pick up a trophy for this season? And we are now up against Watford in the FA Cup final. Our defense has improved massively. Senesi is sadly still out with an injury. Fuchs has stepped into the team, and he has been incredible in that centre-back position. Really happy with him. Reminds me a lot of Konza in the way that he plays. They are very similar to each other, so I like that a lot about these guys. Bradaric and Cash have gotten up to an 80 rating. Look at Cash now, man. I was thinking about getting rid of this guy, but look at his stats. He is so freaking good now. And Bradaric, of course, one of our best defenders in the team. The only downside to this squad is Trezeguet. He just doesn't improve as much, even though we do have a development plan on him and all that good stuff. It's just not happening for him. Now, one thing that I wanted to take a look at is Eduardo Fernandez. We trained him to become a left midfielder. It's not happened yet. We still have one more week to go for. Come on, Eduardo. I just want you to become a left mid and see how much his rating goes up. Higgins, by the way, there was a comment about him, I believe. It was from Ameri Moore, and he said, change Higgins' development plan because he has a 5-star now. Good shout, my man. And we will take a look at some changes to make for him. He's a right midfielder who needs pace. That's what he needs right now. And we're going to make him a support midfielder. Right midfielders, wingers in general, need to have above 80 pace, in my opinion, at least. So we're going to try and train him up in that sense. As we get into the FA Cup final, let's talk about one more disaster. Jordan Henderson had to be subbed off in the England game because he felt his hamstring pulling or whatever it was. It's just great to see. I am so happy to see all these Liverpool players get injured. The full back 4 now injured. Robertson is injured as well. It's so nice to be a Liverpool fan right now. And I can't wait to play with youth academy players in centre-back positions, in the full-back positions. It's going to be great to see Alisson with all those kids in front of him trying to defend. It's going to be a great experience. But let's get into the game right here, guys. This is now the test for you to see how is this difficulty going to be for Gianni. How is he going to be able to cope with this, even though he now has a team that he feels very, very comfortable with, where he knows every single player in and out. What type of game can we expect next year? Now, keep in mind, this is only Watford. They are a championship side, but... Oh, hold on. Goalkeeper, wow, he comes out for that one. That's pretty impressive. The fact that he came out and picked that up as well. Now, Bradaric, inside, we have Grealish, Douglas Luiz. Let's bang it, Douglas. Oh, it's a good save straight away from Foster. Foster, actually. Sorry, it's not Forster, is it? We now had a good chance to begin with. 5 minutes into the game. Watford so far not too effective in their play style yet, but it is probably yet to come. Good tackle, mate. Good tackle. Trezeguet now down the left. In the center, we have Watkins waiting for it. Watkins expecting the runs of the likes of Grealish. Grealish now back into Watkins. Watkins back into Douglas Luiz. Into Watkins again. He is through. He's shooting, and Watkins, it doesn't matter what the goalkeeper's ability is. If you put the finish into the right corner like he does on his left foot, the goalkeeper cannot move, or he can move as much as he wants to, and he's not going to save it. The best striker in the Premier League strikes again. 1-0 up against Watford. Look at that. Look at that finish. It's too good. It's too freaking good. The goalkeeper doesn't move. You know why? It is impossible to save it. It's Watkins, mate. He's on fire. Let's freaking go. Watkins trying to get it past the defender there with some nice flair. It's not going to happen. That's a great ball into Sarr. Sarr was the one to finish Liverpool's unbeaten run in last season. Ismaila Sarr still at Watford, surprisingly. They're now inside, and we do put in a tackle that, in my opinion, looked like a penalty. A clear penalty in that as well. Now Watkins making that run. Is that going to be a good ball? Nah, it's not this time around. Great defense. Nakamba. It is Sarr playing as striker. He's not even playing as a winger anymore. Fuchs loses it. He pushed out a little bit too much, and now he's missing in the defense. Sarr could be through here, but we moved into the right position to stop that. That's a great ball. And that's them hitting the post. Watford, get close enough. That's enough for me, man. I don't need them to get any closer. Let's move it down the right. I like it when Matty Cash moves forward because his ability is just class. That is great defending from Watford in that position. I'm having a very hard time to get onto the ball here against Watford. They are playing some quality football. Douglas Luiz finally gets a touch in, and that's going to be very, very hard now. From now on, the defense of our opponents is just going to be class. Every time we play against them, whoever it is, their defense is just going to perform better. Their offense, sorry, is going to perform better. And it's very hard to get the ball off of them anyways. But now it's even harder with Watkins in a good position. A finesse shot. The accuracy is lacking on that one. 38 minutes into the game. I do feel like Watford is still very much in it. They are not to be mistaken with a weak team. It is going to be a good performance from a championship side that just knows the importance of this game, and the fact that there have been plenty of upsets in the past in the FA Cup where a championship side or a League One side has beaten a Premier League team. So we got to be careful. Trezeguet, Watkins flicks it up. Watkins Beckham style. It was pretty nice, but the finish is blocked by the defender. They are pretty close with their marking on Watkins so far. Grealish, Watkins gets stopped too easily. The defense is putting on a clinic on him ever since he scored that goal. He hasn't had the space to run into, and Martinez has to grab that one. Great pass potentially into Sarr. That was their plan, but it didn't really work out how they wanted it to happen. And now we are able to run down the wing and potentially get something going with Bertrand Traoré. It's a class ball into Bertrand Traoré, who could make it 2-0. Traoré, his finish is just pure accuracy from that position. Traoré takes us up to 2-0 in the 55th minute. Watford are a championship side. Nonetheless, that is gonna be a little bit of an easier matchup as expected. We were hoping that we would be winning this trophy. It was a must for Aston Villa to win it, because ever since the semi-final, we have only been up against teams that just weren't really worthy of our class. But still, we cannot get too complacent. It is only 2-0, and there's plenty of time to be played. I am now questioning myself and asking if I should be subbing on Rutherford. He needs 3 more goal contributions. I don't think that's going to be happening. We're going to be failing with 2 of the fan objectives. I'll be talking about the forfeits in a little bit once we get into the aftermath of this game. That's quality passing again. Now Watford clearly throwing everything forward, and they might just... Oh, wow. Hold on. Hold up. Sard now pushing out. Okay, that's good. We made him push out a little bit. Oh, I'm nervous. I am nervous when I'm defending. You can tell that when I'm slide tackling. This is too good in terms of passing play. I'm having a hard time. Oh, Konza. Come on. Well done, mate. Konza, exceptional. I will still be making changes, though. I want to give Cherki a chance, because I do honestly believe that he could have a decent impact on this game. He's now a 70 rated player, so Cherki has grown. Good to see that. He was kind of stuck where he was at. Vaman Gutuka is going to come in for Trezeguet. And the defense, you know what? Douglas Luiz, we'll keep him on for a little bit longer and then sub him on later on. McGinn is going to come in into that position. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, hold up. Oh my God. Did you see the skill move? Did it come? That's a good turn. That's a good finish, I guess. I thought, but it wasn't. That's actually horrific. That's a great ball. Was he off? He wasn't off. Lads, I'm trying to switch players. Why is it not letting me? Books. Oh, slide tackle. I thought I had him blocked, man. I thought I had him blocked in that position. 78th. It is 2-1. Is that the Brazilian talent? Is that the talent that they have? It is Joao Pedro something, I think his name is. That's a pretty impressive goal, if you ask me. That is a very nice play. It is Sara, I believe, who has done all of that in the center. And then Joao Pedro coming up with the finish. There's 12 minutes to go. Now I'm kind of scared. I should have subbed in McGinn right now, actually. But I haven't. Now Cherki is in the game, and I don't know how this is going to impact us. I might have had to sub on some more defenders, actually. McGinn is now coming into the game. I'm a bit worried about the way this game is going, so hopefully he can help us defend a little bit better with his pace and the fact that he's such an engine, just constantly running. All right, Watford now throwing everything forward. Konza. Oh, no, Johnny. Oh, mate. Hold on. Oh, no. I was tracking the run. I was tracking the run, man. Is it Joao Pedro again? I thought I was doing well there. I was tracking the freaking run. What did I do wrong? No, I wasn't tracking the run. I was ice skating over the entire pitch, mate. It's 2-2. Lads, this is not looking good. We got to use the wings. We have to use the wings in order to somehow salvage a chance out of this one. This second half has been abysmal ever since Watford has gone ultra-attacking. That's a great ball, though. Into Traore. Traore coming up with the cross. And that's an awful cross. I don't know what I was thinking there. Okay, so we are going into extra time. It is very disappointing to see how our team has gone from 2-0 to 2-2 against the championship side. Joao Pedro with the chances. And you can see they had 60% possession. So you could say second half we have been dominated. The first half it wasn't that bad. And now we don't have any more changes, I believe. I would love to sub in Wesley. I think he could have a big impact on this game. I don't know if you are allowed more substitutions in the FA Cup. I'll try it out later on as we mean to move on, potentially for the second half of extra time. I'm going to give Watkins one more chance to do some bits here. Okay, it's Joao Pedro again. He had a great run made there. They could have easily played it into him to make it through. Now here goes Cherki. Cherki wanting to use the run of Vamangituka, and that run is cut off instantly. I need Vamangituka. I need him because his pace is the only thing that gives me hope here. That's an awful pass. A freaking awful pass. Watford. Oh, the dribbling on Joao Pedro. Very impressive. There he goes again. Joao Pedro inside. Oh my God, Konza, please. Konza, please. Martinez makes a save. Bro, what is going on? Can I change? Do I have 5 substitutes? I want to see if I do. Yes, we do. Oh, that's nice. That is amazing. You know what? I'm subbing on... Oh, I can't. Oh, wait. I only made 2 subs so far. So that was a third. Wesley is now coming into the game to win it. Wesley is in it to win it, guys. Come on now. 15 minutes to go and this corner to defend. Wesley will be quite decent for these corner defense situations as well. Oh, my God. What was that header, mate? Here we go now for the counter. Bradaric looking for Wamangituka. Wamangituka with an awful pass into our teammate. And here goes Watford. Now with the space, Konza puts in a tackle. We don't actually get the ball. 3v2. Not anymore. That's the tackle that I needed from Fuchs. Beautiful, mate. Matty Cash looking for Traore. Traore now given the space down the wings. Cherki looking for McGinn. McGinn looking for Wesley. Wesley stops on his right foot. Finesses it. The shot never really gets past the first man. Konza. Matty Cash. It's outstanding dribbling by our opponents. And there goes Joao Pedro with a skill move past our defenders. That's solid defending. And here goes another chance for our team. Now, Wamangituka, I'm looking for your run, especially. Cherki with the ball over to him. Wesley inside. We're looking for Wesley. We're looking for Wesley. And he is huge. But he doesn't get to it before the goalkeeper. That was potentially the last chance before going into penalties. Unless we get one more opportunity here with Cherki and the boys. It is Traore. Traore now inside. There's no one waiting. Traore. He messes it up. We go into penalties against Watford, guys. I can't believe this is going into penalties. Oh my God, this is too intense. This is too intense. We had such a good start to this game. Went up 2-0, but it's not the first time that we have conceded many goals after going up. So sadly, it is a thing that we are used to by now. We just got to perform better when we're up. Now, Silas, it is Wamangituka taking the first penalty. We're going to go bottom left on that one. And he saves it. Okay, Martinez, you can save this as well, mate. Okay, it's 1-0. Watford might actually win this on penalties. I can't believe that I'm saying this. Oh, come on. Mate, you can't be serious. Yes, Martinez. Come on, then. Come on. Wesley. Bottom right. Let me score one of these. Yes. Let's go. 1-1. Save it, Martinez. Save it. He goes down the center. Unbelievable. Okay. Now it's Cherki. Cherki subbed on. Youngster. Can he save? Yes. He can save us, potentially. He can save us. Now it's Martinez. And it's... Oh my God. I thought I saved that one. I genuinely thought I saved that one. Now, if McGinn doesn't score, we're losing the FA Cup final. And we're losing the chance of winning our first trophy of the season. It's yellow time, but it doesn't matter. It goes in. Come on, save it now, Martinez. It's all about you. It's all about you, Martinez. You just have to put a hand to it. I know it sounds easy, but it's tough to do. Martinez. Martinez! Let's go! And now Martinez is taking it himself. Why is he up for it? What is happening in here? Oh, it was a perfect pen. He saves it. He freaking saves it. They have a proper player taking the pen. Martinez's shot was saved. Sar. Oh, Martinez, I love you. Martinez, I love you. This is outstanding. Matty Cash now. Oh my God, that is such a big circle. Oh, mate. I can't even score a goal. Martinez. It's... We have lost the FA Cup final against the Championship side. And this is exactly what I was talking about. Plenty of times in the past, you had teams in the Championship getting results against Premier League sides just because they wanted it more. Martinez has done his best, but I can't believe he was the penalty taker for the 6th one. I mean, I'm not going to blame him. His penalty was actually quite good. It's just the goalkeeper saving it. And... we've lost it, guys. We have lost the FA Cup final against Watford right here. We were up 2-0, and then Joao Pedro came in and completely took us apart. The defense had no answer for him, and he made it look easy. Joao Pedro Impressive performance, mate. Very, very impressive. Now we're going to be watching them lift the title, which is something that I didn't want to see. The yellow ribbons have been put on it. The FA Cup title, a trophy that in the past meant so freaking much. I knew of the FA Cup trophy before I knew of the Premier League. As someone that doesn't live in England, that was the first thing I heard about in terms of English football. FA Cup trophy was the one. And now we're watching others lift it as we go out of the season with empty hands, no trophies, a top 4 finish, and a great team, a freaking great team. But it just shows once again this new difficulty that we're going to be going with, guys. We're going to struggle with it. We're going to struggle with it even against championship sides. So now just imagine how hard it's going to be against the PSGs, the Barcelonas, the Bayern Munichs, the Liverpools in the season as well. We might not even finish in the top 6 in the regular season now. So that's a tough one to take. That's a really tough one to take. Also, by the way, there was a comment that came in that I found really interesting. It is from ZA, and he says, Johnny, what's your opinion on the way the media is treating Mason Greenwood after he has just lost his best friend? It's, I mean, generally, I've seen a headline about Rashford as well. Him buying a couple of houses and then being like, oh, look at Marcus Rashford buying 2 houses. And then the same headline for Foden is like, young English starlet buys home for his family. I mean, come on, bro. Come on, man. It's silly. It's genuinely getting silly. And I think it's, at this point, the papers are doing it just to get a reaction of Twitter. Honestly, I really do believe that these papers are just doing it for the outrage because people like us now talk about it. That's the way how they get their attention these days because no one cares about them anymore. You get all your information through the internet and those papers are going to die. So hopefully they're all going to be basically useless at some point. But hey, I lost in the FA Cup final, yes. But have we put together an incredible team of players? Have we improved them? Yes, we have improved them loads. I am extremely satisfied with our team. We have a financial report coming in. Early in the year, we set out to complete our long-term goal of increasing the club's worth within 2 seasons. We now received our preliminary financial report and we can confirm that we met our agreed target. Nice. That's good to know. I didn't know that. We get 2 million from the FA Cup there. And we will obviously get a big chunk of money for making it into the top 4 in the Premier League. But it really does come down to the performances of these players in terms of growth this season. We have seen an immense amount of growth in this year, and I'm very, very satisfied with that. So let's just jump into the financial part right here, guys, and not the financial part. Let's jump into the development plan there and jump in there and show you guys how these players have performed over this season. This is going to be very important in my opinion. Actually, let's start off with stats. Let's talk about goals first, and then we can start talking about who has grown the most. So let's jump in there. Obviously, Ollie Watkins is going to be at the top of this list after this season. This is now going to be a proper roundup for the season, guys. Ollie Watkins, 47 goals, 47 appearances, 39 goals, 18 assists. He has one of the most insane seasons that I've ever had with any player. He has, what is it, 47? That's 57 goal contributions in 47 games. Wow. And Jack Grealish has 49 goal contributions from the cam position in 46 games. Again, incredibly impressive. 21 goals in the Prem, 22 assists. Bertrand Traore, now you can see the massive dip in performance ability from Watkins, Grealish, and then immediately right below them, there's a massive, massive gap. Because they are players that have like 50 or 40 goal contributions, and then you have the likes that are barely reaching 20. Bertrand Traore has improved loads. We have improved his weak foot. He has been scoring goals lately, so very happy with that. And then we have Trezeguet, who has 20 goal contributions himself, which is more than Traore actually. He has done a little bit better on the assisting, so that is very good. He has 20 goal contributions, Traore on 19, but I do feel the lack of pace with Trezeguet. I do feel the strength in Traore and him being able to run in behind. I don't feel that with Trezeguet. He's really struggling with pace, and that is going to be a key issue when looking at Trezeguet for the future. Someone like Wamangituka might take over his position. Wesley as a substitute has been class. He has scored 8 goals with 4 assists. Cherki is in there. Despite being one of the younger players in the team, he has been able to get some playtime, score 5 goals and get 2 assists as well. And then Douglas Luiz as the CDM has done well. Nakamba is nowhere in there, actually, surprisingly. Engels has 3 goals as a centre-back. Solomon, I thought he would be much better. I honestly thought he would be much better for us, but sadly, he hasn't really turned out the way I expected him to be. We're still going to give him more chances, though, I believe. But it might be a case of it's just not working out, and we might have to just get rid of him in the future. He just wasn't that impressive, especially early on into the season. He was getting plenty of playtime and never really turned up in a way that I hoped. Bamangituka, though, he's definitely a player that we have to keep an eye on. I think he can be class. I think he can surpass the likes of Trezeguet and take over his position. Senesi, when he came in, was class, really good. Only 1 goal. McGinn with 4 assists and 1 goal for himself. Now, let's go into the development and let's talk about the growth within the squad and what we're going to be focusing on for these players moving on to the future. Martinez obviously was outstanding. We were very, very happy, and there's a forfeit that we're going to do for Martinez. It is from Footballing Fraud 22. He says, forfeit for the Nightmare objective. Start Meslier in at least 3 Champions League games. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it a little bit harder than that. Because we failed to have more clean sheets than Leno, we are now forced to use our young goalkeeper, our backup goalkeeper, throughout the entirety of the group stages in the Champions League as a forfeit in the next season. He will be our goalkeeper in the matches against potentially some of the biggest opponents we have played against so far in our careers. So that is going to be the forfeit for the Nightmare. The forfeit for the Youth Academy, guys, I will be doing a giveaway for FIFA points. You guys will be able to get involved there. That will be happening on Twitter. Link is, as always, in the description down below. I'll actually make it the first link in this video so you guys can go straight to the post that I'll be posting and then retweet it, and that way you'll be entering the giveaway for the FIFA points. So I'll be doing that for the other objective that we have sadly failed, which was the Youth Academy players and them getting 5 goal contributions. We're only able to get 2 with Rutherford, and that is just not good enough. Now, moving on from that, we're going to keep on focusing on improving players like Meslier and, of course, Martinez as well. Goalkeeper is very, very important for the team. Now, here you can see the players that will potentially be getting a potential boost. Domagoj Bradaric has been outstanding ever since the day he has come into the team. He has grown by +5. He has reached his maximum for growth in this season, I believe. And I am expecting even more growth from him in the next season. Hopefully we can push him up towards an 85 rating in the upcoming season and strengthen our defense that way. But you have to say, Nuno Mendes is doing an exceptional job in his growth as well. He has gone up to a 75 and he's becoming a very, very good option and potentially could be getting too good to be a backup at some point. So Nuno Mendes right there, very, very good player. Maybe something that we might have to do is make him a 5-star weak foot player and then position change him to a right back as well so that he can play on both sides of the pitch because of the 5-star weak foot. That could be a very good thing to do for Nuno Mendes. Konza has grown by +5. Impressive year for him. He has been exceptional in that centre-back position and he was my favorite in the defense for sure. Fuchs has grown by +2 towards the end of the season. He has picked up on form. He has picked up on good performances, so very happy with him. Senesi sadly injured, but only 24 years old. I'm expecting more growth out of him moving on into the future. Björn Engels, potentially someone that we will let go in the next season. It is just becoming a little bit unnecessary, and we might bring in someone younger to take over his spot. Then we have Matty Cash with the +5 growth. Earlier on, I was saying I need to get rid of him. He is the reason why we are conceding so many goals, and now I am looking at him as one of the best defenders in the team. It just shows that trusting your players and focusing on their growth is big in this game, and that's what we've done with Matty Cash, and I'm very impressed with him, and I'm not going to move on from him in any way. Frimpong is actually a good backup. Hasn't grown as much as I wanted him to, but obviously he hasn't been able to get as much play time. Next year, we will be having a lot more games for the reserves team to play, and that way we'll make sure that players like him are going to be growing a lot more. And obviously, we have these young talents from the Youth Academy. Flynn, Evans, Archer, all these guys are growing, but not as much as we would like to see it. They need to get some play time. Otherwise, their growth will be startled and they will not be able to grow as much as we want to. So we need to give them some more play time in the future. Nakamba has gone up to a 78. I have to say I'm very impressed with him defensively. Moving forward, not as much, but defensively he has been class for us. And the same goes for Douglas Luiz, who has grown by +4 this season. He has taken over that CDM position next to Nakamba, and he has taken it to the next level compared to someone like McGinn. So I'm very impressed with Douglas Luiz's defensive performance. Kekana has gone up by +3. Very happy with him. Can't wait for him to be loaned out. I'm expecting a lot of growth in him. McGinn has been solid. Not too special though, I have to say. I'm expecting a little bit more from him. It's good to see that he's growing though. Then we go down the list into Ferguson, who we haven't really had the experience with him yet, but I do believe he can be an outstanding player in the future. And obviously Cherki, +3 growth. Form is excellent. That should be affecting his potential in a good way. Todd Cantwell became a cam, and now he is a much better player for the team as well. Now with 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot, he is class. We're going to be working on his pace in the next season. Then we have Grealish, of course, +3 this season. 4-star skiller. Potentially want to make him a 5-star skiller as well. 5'11" beast right there, the captain that has carried the squad. Mamangituka will make sure that we improve him to potentially take over Trezeguet's position next season and help us out down that left-hand side with a little bit more pace. Solomon, again, not too happy with him. Bertrand Traore, extremely satisfied. Rutherford, very satisfied with this youngster. Hopefully, we'll see a lot more growth in him. He is a Youth Academy player that I have a lot of trust in. And then Bustamante, same goes for him, but he's going to be out on loan. And the same goes for Liang. I believe we have loan deals in place for these youngsters. Trezeguet, as mentioned, will be leaving. Wesley, we have to make a decision about Wesley, man. He's getting too good to be a bench player. So we will have to make a decision about Wesley and potentially moving him on, because Watkins is the clear #1 in the team. So we might have to get rid of Wesley in the next season and bring in someone that is a little bit lower rated, unless he's happy with his position. But I do know that Wesley is not happy with being a backup to Watkins at all. And he is younger, so he will probably be growing along nicely still. He has gotten a +3 this season still, despite being on the bench and not really getting as much play time. So that's something to think about. And then we have players out on loan that will be coming back. Samata has not gone up. Actually, he has gone up by +1. Davis has gone up by +2. And with that, this season is finished. It was an incredible season. A lot of growth, a lot of progress. But this episode should tell you next season is not going to be a walk in the park, guys. We will be having a very hard time in getting results. And I'm very much looking forward to it. I am looking forward to the channel challenge. I cannot wait for the games that we're going to be having next season against the bigger sides in the Premier League, and of course in the Champions League as well. Now it's time to prove our quality. If you have suggestions for transfers, now's the time to send them. Next episode is going to be the beginning of the next season, and of course there's going to be lots of transfer with no business. We will have to move on players that we're not happy with, and we will have to bring on some new ones into the boat and carry on doing our thing and taking Aston Villa to the next level. Top 4, and we lost in the FA Cup final, but it is what it is. Have a good day, guys. See you next time. Take care and peace.